Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for Case's movie review in honor of the tragic death of Rob Reiner. It's the third movie of his that we are doing on this. And Diane in Lombard was stoked when you said When Harry Met Sally earlier in the week because it's her favorite movie. And she watched it again last night so she could just be fresh of every scene. So thank you, Diane in Lombard, for being ready for the review of When Harry Met Sally.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
Utah. Give me 2.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
Now fry like bacon, you little freshman piggies. Fry, fry!
Playing football in West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
Okay, let's do it. When Harry Met Sally, directed by the late Rob Reiner, released July 21st, 1989. The budget was only $16 million for having some stars in there. And the box office, $193 million in 89. That's a massive number. On the review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, When Harry Met Sally holds an approval rating of 89% based on 142 reviews. And just a reminder, next week, Case is reviewing Juice, starring Tupac, in honor of the film's 34th anniversary. But let's focus on today, and we'll start, as we always do, with the trailer for the movie. So this is how When Harry Met Sally was advertised when it came out.
Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan in a comedy about love.
Someone is staring at you in personal growth.
About life.
I'm gonna be 40.
When?
Someday.
In 8 years.
And fresh produce.
Grab.
A new Rob Reiner comedy.
I'll roll down the window.
When Harry Met Sally. Rated R starts Wednesday at select theaters.
Kind of like the Chattanooga Choo-Choo there in the background.
It's just like it.
Just a little bit like that.
Big influence on this movie.
All right. And listen, I think a lot of people hold this movie as one of the best rom-coms, maybe even like the first, it feels like, of all time. But what did you think of When Harry Met Sally, Case?
This is a movie.
Oh.
This is what movies should
Yay.
be. Movies should be either bank heists or When Harry Met Sally. Those are the two genres that I am interested in.
Well, that's a take. That's a nice take.
Either help me fall in love or make me a lot of money and have me in a big shootout. Those are the two preferable movie genres, and this certainly fits the category of one of those. I did not know much about this movie. Like I said, we're doing this because I wanted to be sure that we did one more Rob Reiner movie after his untimely passing. We'll do Stand By Me later this year. That turns 40 over the summer, so
Wow.
we'll do that at some point. But I wanted to be sure we did this, and then I also, on New Year's Eve, as I was going through my phone, I kept on seeing people tweet out a clip from this movie that took place on New Year's Eve, and I didn't have the context of it. I didn't know much about it, but I kept on seeing that clip, and I thought, all right, to start the year, we'll do When Harry Met Sally, and I'm so glad that we did. Normally, I don't just come right out and say that I love the movie, but I love this movie. To me, again, this is 90 minutes, very funny, very romantic. This is how it's done. This is a movie. Why every year, every studio head should be like, hey, you know what we should do? Another When Harry Met Sally. Why aren't they doing this?
Amen. Amen, Case.
I think it's really, really hard to capture what they did in this movie and the actors in their life at the time of where their careers were. Like Meg Ryan had did Top Gun a couple years before this, I guess. And then, like for me, I mean, I was in love with her. She was adorable. And then she was adorable in this, even though in a completely different way, because she was just a ditz-head in Top Gun, just a cute little, pilot's wife. And then here, she has so many takes and a way to live a life and all that, but she's the same cute girl.
Yeah, that is an interesting thing about this movie is if I was in this movie and I was Harry, this would have been no longer than a TikTok, because I would have been out on the character of Sally once I heard her order food for the first time. When they get dinner together, they're traveling to New York, and this is how she orders dinner. I would have been hands up, I'm out. I'm no longer interested in this woman, no matter how good she looks.
What can I get you?
I'll have a number 3.
I'd like the chef salad, please, with the oil and vinegar on the side, and the apple pie a la mode.
Chef and apple a la mode.
But I'd like the pie heated, and I don't want the ice cream on top. I want it on the side, and I'd like strawberry instead of vanilla if you have it. If not, then no ice cream, just whipped cream, but only if it's real. If it's out of a can, then nothing.
Not even the pie?
No, just the pie, but then not heated.
Kenzie, is that your order? Is that how you order?
Listen, I like a woman who knows what she wants, okay?
I do too, but you got to be more open than that.
Listen, now you know she's not going to play games with you. That's what you should get from that order. This should be your dream woman.
I disagree.
She's going to tell you exactly what she thinks.
I disagree because these two played games with each other for 15 years. They don't get married for forever. They're too busy screwing around with other people. She did play. The whole movie is them playing games.
Oh, but you know how annoyed guys get where they're like, where do you want to eat? I don't know where you do want to eat. She knows exactly what she wants. You're never going to have to deal with that.
I guess
she's going to tell you.
Yeah, with her food, she does. But there's so much dancing around in this movie of them, like, for the first thing, it starts at University of Chicago. So it starts here in Chicago. But then they go like 5 years once they drop off in New York after he makes a pass at her. I don't know. Listen, she's so cute. I couldn't. I would have tracked her down after whoever I was dating at the time. Forget
tracked her down.
Terrifying.
Yeah, a little bit. I know. I mean, that's the only part. It just seems wow. That takes you on that journey like that.
Well, I guess I reject the general idea of this movie because it's. I was debating on whether or not I even want to get into the concept of can men and women be friends, or it's like most of my friends are women, and there's.
You're wrong. Most of your friends are women, but you'd be willing to sleep with all of them.
Most of my friends are women, and I would sleep with most of them, but that doesn't mean that I want to. That just means that I would. I'm not
right, but that's why
it.
they say you can't be friends.
But I'm doing just fine not sleeping with them.
Right, but the second they'd be willing to let you sleep with them, you would. You're only friends because of them.
But I have.
Do you understand that?
I'm with Kenzie on this one.
I think I have such a hard time even processing how I feel about that because I disagree with it so strongly. Even though, as I've said on this show many times, most of my friends are either men in their 40s or the most beautiful women you've ever seen in their 20s.
It's true, actually.
It's really true.
Now, I will also add this to Kenzie's point. That you're not old enough yet, so you haven't had enough time. If enough time passes, the girls that are friends, you will say, well, I got to either sleep with them or get them out of my life.
I totally disagree with
no,
that.
That's not true. I actually disagree with that, too, because guys sit there and they wait. They're very predatory, and one day they're going to slip up. They're going to be sad or drunk or desperate, and they're going to sleep with Case. And he's going to be like, and this is why I've been your friend for 15 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying the same thing, kind of.
But he'll never get rid of him because one day she'll be sad or depressed or drunk.
Yeah.
And there you go.
We have the same theory, generally a little different. But yeah, I think that.
But there's a woman that I'm friends with who is objectively attractive. But I've become.
Is it me?
No, I said a friend.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I'll remember that.
Objectively very attractive. But I've become so close with this person that I know too much about her. I know too many of her idiosyncrasies, and I know who she's slept with. And it's taken her off the table. I look at her in a completely different way now.
Can I start guessing who it is on the air? Because
I
know exactly who it is.
And I will. I'm gonna stop it right here because I don't want her to guess. I don't want her. But here's what I'll say. This is the problem with that theory that you have. Or it's not a problem, but it's also
No, tell me what my problem is.
It's not a problem.
Tell him.
The problem is you don't drink. That's the problem.
Why is that a problem?
Because if you did drink a little bit and she drank a little bit, it would happen.
No, but he's sober so he can, be there when she's drunk.
I'm not saying.
Whoa.
I want to make that clear. I'm not saying that you should give alcohol to someone to make this happen. I'm saying if you're both.
I don't want to.
I'm saying if you're both having a few drinks, and I'm not promoting alcohol here, but
But you are.
I'm saying the facts of the situation, the facts of society.
You and I have been talking about this a lot recently.
Getting girls drunk?
No.
I don't remember this.
No, we left you out of that one.
Before you get here, we do a whole Cosby routine.
Good Lord.
You were not in that text thread. You were off that chat. No. Let's remove Kenzie from the chat, please, and discuss.
Because you and I have been talking a lot about how I've been going out like with a newer group of friends, and they drink a lot, and there's a woman that I like there, and we were just talking about how it's an interesting power balance and dynamic because I'm not drinking and all of them are. And your theory is it's harder for me to get laid because I'm not drinking.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to say you should become an alcoholic or anything.
Thanks.
But I'm saying when you're socially drinking, that sometimes things loosen up and the real truth, it's like truth serum. It comes out of it, I've always had a crush on you, and why don't we get out of here? that kind of thing.
But I can do that sober.
Nah,
I think it helps as long as she feels a little more and not wasted, and you're taking advantage of her. Let's clarify.
I don't
Once
want.
she blacks out.
I don't want women taking advantage.
But you know when you have like one drink and you're like, okay, like if she gets that confidence, I'm saying if she, like, and then as long as he knows how to respond to it, it would still help.
You don't care about. I want people to remember this. Clear. This is a big statement. You don't care about rejection when you have your buzz on.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I can see it taking the nerves out. I'm not a man, so I don't approach anybody, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can tell you as a man that I had less fear, and when I had a few drinks in me. And I didn't care about being rejected then. I'm still going to get a burrito later.
You're like, you're ugly anyways. You're one of those.
I thought you were a bitch.
Yeah. You're my last choice in here.
I guess she's a lesbian. Because she doesn't like my ugly face. All right, we got to continue this. We're up against the wall here.
Yeah, I barely talked about the movie. We Anywho,
good movie.
This would be the sequel, what we're doing right now to this movie.
What, you drinking and getting rejected?
Pretty much. So When Harry Met Sally, Case has a lot more to get into this movie, and I'm really curious on the rating on this one too, because I didn't even think you were going to like it, to be honest.
You didn't think I was going to like it? I'm a romantic at heart. This is a movie for me.
But it is a short movie. It's only an hour and a half. But for some reason, I thought there'd be some of this you're going like, ugh. I don't know. I just thought you'd be a little bit over schmaltzy.
We'll talk about it after the break.
6 minutes away.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
I want to remind you that coming up here in the next 10, 15 minutes, we will have chances to guaranteed entry passes for Matt from Mount Joy, which is next Thursday, the Q101 free pop-up. So those tickets are on the way. But before we get there, we have to finish up Case's movie review in the middle of When Harry Met Sally. And we're at a point where Case loves the movie. And we discussed a lot of, the relationship stuff that goes on in there. And speaking of which, shout out to Kimberly from Zion checked in. She says, hi. It's my daughter Sophia's 15th birthday today, and she listens every morning with me on the way to school. Would you please wish her a happy birthday? Please. Thank you. We love you. Happy birthday.
Woo!
Let's go.
Give her some rap horns. It's her birthday. Give her the rap horns.
Oh, yeah. I can do this. I can do this. What else can we do? There's no free stuff coming with that, though.
Okay, that's nice.
No birthday present.
Nope, sorry. Happy birthday. Have a great weekend. Okay, Case, where are we at with this movie?
So where we left off
was a discussion of how to. Well, now Sophia's listening to 15-year-old. Jeez,
so
come on.
Sorry.
Forget. I'm not going to say where we were. You can say it.
I was debating on the idea of whether or not men and women can be friends, and that's the basis of this movie. But the larger point that I wanted to make was they're going about it all wrong, because I have always believed that true love is when you can spend an entire day in a car with somebody and it can be fun the entire time. And this movie starts with those two taking a cross-country road trip, and they have a great time together. And it becomes very apparent at that point that these are people who are destined to be more than friends. These are soulmates, which is a concept that I believe in. And I think they just unfortunately spent 15 years of their life in the context of this movie waiting around for the inevitable. It's very nice, spoilers ahead, the rom-com ends with a happy ending, that they get together in the end. I do love their characters. I love the tenderness of their characters. I think they're so well written. I like that this movie shares perspective between the man and the woman. They're equal main characters. It's not a rom-com from a man's point of view or a woman's point of view. I think they balance that in a really unique way. That being said, the star of this movie is not Billy Crystal, nor is it Meg Ryan. The star of this movie, the person I enjoyed the most, and it's so nice because I did not enjoy her in Blues Brothers when we did that last summer, was Carrie Fisher. She's so funny in this movie. I don't really understand her. For the first half of the movie, she appears to be without a job and loves sleeping with married men, which, all right, I could be talked into that. Yeah, that seems like a good time. So I don't really get where she's at in this universe, but there's a scene in which her and Meg Ryan and another friend are having lunch, and I love the dialogue in this scene so much.
Why can't you find someone single? When I was single, I knew lots of nice single men. There must be someone. Sally found someone.
Well, Sally got the last good one.
Joe and I broke up.
What? When?
Monday.
You waited 3 days to tell
Joe's
us?
available?
Well, for God's sakes, Marie, don't you have any feelings about this? She's obviously upset.
I'm not that upset. We've been growing apart for quite a while.
But
But you guys were a couple. You had someone to go places with. You had a date on national holidays.
I said to myself, you deserve more than this. You're 31 years old.
And the clock is ticking.
No, the clock doesn't really start to tick until you're 36.
God, you're in such great shape.
I love that scene. There's so much to glean from there. First of all, the clock doesn't start ticking until you're 36 is great advice. I needed to hear that. That was very I've got 10 years until that clock starts ticking. That's great to know. But Carrie Fisher's line about you're a couple, you had somebody to go places with, you had a date on national holidays. That I realized at that moment, that's what I'm looking for. That's why I want to date. That's why I want to be with somebody. When a national holiday comes around, I want those guaranteed built-in plans. I don't want to wonder who I'm spending the 4th of July with. I want a built-in partner for moments like that. I think that's beautiful.
What about Easter? Need someone for Easter?
One of my favorite holidays.
Yeah.
A nice ham.
Oh, ham's underrated. Ham is so underrated.
On Easter, no less?
Yeah.
That scene made me so happy. I thought that was so funny and so charming, but it is like when I ask myself the question of what I'm looking for in a relationship or why do I even want to date? It's like, no, I would like somebody to go places with and somebody to date on national holidays. That's kind of the big thing for me.
Well, I want to also make note of Carrie Fisher on this is because you go back, she's not in the midst of it, but the Star Wars trilogy, the first one is over. In the middle of that, she pulls off, I know you didn't love her in the Blues Brothers, but I love her in the Blues Brothers and the whole movie. She puts the Blues Brothers in the middle of the Star Wars trilogy. Then afterward, a few years later, after Return of the Jedi, she does this role. Is she the only one from the Star Wars trilogy that could have a career after not being typecast of the Star Wars movies?
Harrison Ford, right?
Harrison Ford. Forgot about it. Crap.
That huge actor.
Crap. I forgot about
You got me.
I'm not a big movie guy, but Harrison Ford, right?
Yeah, I forgot. You never see R2-D2 anywhere, though, do you?
No, he's noticeously quiet. I'm waiting for a photo of R2-D2 and Epstein to surface.
Very tight, Kaz. Very tight, guys.
You didn't see the R2-D2 Epstein picture?
I missed it. Epstein's got a photo with everybody but the three of us and R2-D2.
I'll send it to you. He's got one.
Can I ask something?
Go ahead.
Wasn't Liam Neeson in Star Wars?
Not in the first trilogy, but good point, Kenzie. He's in the first one of the second trilogy.
Okay. I have no idea. I don't even know what that means. But I didn't know there was that many. But I was like, I think Liam Neeson is in Star Wars.
Yeah, because he goes up to Darth Vader and he goes like, I will find you and I will kill you.
I thought that was a different movie. Okay.
No, but I mean, yeah, Liam Neeson's in the second trilogy, but he wasn't in the first trilogy. So anyway, Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher are the only ones that had a career afterward.
Natalie Portman had a great career. Wasn't she in Star Wars?
Second trilogy.
So this only applied. I didn't know this only applied to the first trilogy.
I said the first trilogy. Okay. So don't start going through all the actors in the third. The other movies out there.
Well, I don't know. They're all like, are those still classic ones? I know it's not like the new stuff.
Yeah, the first trilogy is the classics.
I thought that like there were 7 movies everyone like loved that were like the Bible, and then they added new stuff.
In case you want to do Star Wars next week.
Well, I've seen them. I know what I'm talking about.
I'm confused.
I know. We'll come back to it.
I do have to mention real quick the I'll have what she's having scene, because that has been, I think, just embedded into the brains of everybody, whether they've seen this movie or not.
And I can tell you, seeing that movie in real time, when the orgasm, that scene happens.
I wasn't going to say that word, but okay.
It's okay to say orgasm. It's fine.
I don't want to.
I did. It's fine. I like the word.
I like the word.
That sent like shock waves. Like that scene, what Meg Ryan did for what she was in the movie, and then does that. And that's also Rob Reiner's mom, who says, I'll have what she's having in the movie. I mean, that was like one of the biggest movie scenes of all time when that came out in real time.
But it's not that funny now.
Oh, I think it's funny.
It didn't make it like and maybe it's just, again, it's like I live in a post I'll have what she's having society. So I knew that scene even without seeing this movie. But it goes on for a really long time.
That's what makes it, because she goes so slow to get there and build it.
But it wasn't like I like her. I like the character of Sally. I'm very charmed by her despite the way that she orders food. And I also, you guys can back me up on this, I love a quirky woman. I love somebody that's going to do a bit. But I don't want her doing that. That's not funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. I love that.
It's not that is the thing that ages the worst in this movie. Is that scene?
Oh my God, it was also sexy.
No, because it's fake. That's weird that you would think that's sexy.
Well,
she's in the middle of a deli. Act like a lady.
Oh, listen, a lot of women I know have faked it, so that's why.
That doesn't bother you. You just keep on plowing through.
Oh, so good.
Wow. Well, the movie ends with, I think, one of the all-time great monologues, and I want to hear this audio. This is what partially inspired us to watch this movie, was this scene takes place on New Year's Eve. I kept on seeing this clip on my Twitter feed on New Year's Eve without the context. I will tell you, with or without it, it is just absolutely marvelous dialogue.
I'm sorry, Harry. I know it's New Year's Eve. I know you're feeling lonely, but you just can't show up here, tell me you love me, and expect that to make everything all right. It doesn't work this way.
Well, how does it work?
I don't know, but not this way.
How about this way? I love that you get cold when it's 71 degrees out. I love that it takes you an hour and a half to order a sandwich. I love that you get a little crinkle above your nose when you're looking at me like I'm nuts. I love that after I spend a day with you, I can still smell your perfume on my clothes. And I love that you are the last person I want to talk to before I go to sleep at night. And it's not because I'm lonely, and it's not because it's New Year's Eve. I came here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Wow.
So now I'm going to go home and be alone.
Oh, boy.
Tough one.
Well, one day you'll have the rest of your life, though. Something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to.
You'll have what he's having, huh? Am I right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, that is so poetic. That is awesome. That is so good.
Have you ever said something that romantic?
I've thought those things. I could never say that out loud.
What good does that do? That's insane.
I mean,
I've thought nice things about my wife, just never told her.
What do you? I'm sorry. That's crazy.
Why? Because I don't know. Because listen, no one could do that like Billy Crystal. No one could have put that together like that.
I feel like I could. I have people that I would absolutely say stuff like that to.
Multiple? That's not good.
Like everybody?
Red flag.
Kenzie, I see in hindsight how that was phrased poorly.
That was really bad.
All right, so
there's been people throughout my life that I could have said that to. Yeah.
Yep. You didn't do it either.
Hold on.
No. What's the problem with that?
Why can't you be? Why can't you say romantic
What,
things?
is she
going to
reject you? You're married with a kid. Why can't you just say nice things to her?
I said a lot of nice things to my wife in the courting stage and getting there. I still say nice things to her. But I'm saying to say that.
What's the last nice thing you said to your wife?
Hey, do you like all my guitar stuff laid out on the floor?
And she said no.
Yeah.
But
I what a bitch.
I thought it was very romantic. Say I'm gonna learn to play some songs for you. That's what I'm gonna do when I get going.
You want to be an influencer because you want fame. It has nothing to do with her. Don't pawn that off.
Well, if I'm famous with her too, it's kind of nice. Maybe I'm gonna take the garbage out one night.
God.
All right, what are we rating this movie at?
I think we have to rate it out of fake orgasms.
Yeah,
I'm not happy.
Good boy,
about
you said it. Good job. You said it out
I
loud.
don't say that word. That's not.
You're all
right.
uncomfortable, is Kenzie, saying that?
I'm not uncomfortable around them. I'm uncomfortable saying it. It's 8:30 in the morning.
Did you ask if I'm uncomfortable with him saying the word orgasm?
No, I said, did you hear how uncomfortable he was saying it?
Oh, yeah, no. But he's uncomfortable saying a lot of things. I'm just used to that.
All right, so When Harry Met Sally.
It is a very, very strong 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Oh, my God. If for some reason you haven't seen this movie, you need to go see it immediately. It's on HBO Max right now. Spend your Friday night with When Harry Met Sally. I cannot recommend it enough.
There you go. And if you missed any part of it, remember it's on the podcast, the Brian and Kenzie podcast. Our entire show is on there.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.